Hi, beautiful people. So today I've joined one of the investors here in
Also doing a solar backup. So if any power goes out or anything like that, these residents will not even know that the power went out. And then there's going to be a large solar battery so that the house can run for about 16 hours.
all the way from America to Kenya to do business. And guys, you know that Diani is one of the best places that you can invest in, mostly when it comes to real estates and when it comes to building holiday homes. So you don't want to miss this and he'll be telling us more about what his company is all about and his investments, how he does, what he does. Yeah, we can learn a lot from him. Behind me, you can see some constructions going on here in Diani. Right now, we are in a place called Kinondo in Ukunda. So as you know, Diani is one of the prime places where you're going to find most people now are coming to invest into this place, building holiday homes, building their homes to rest. Also Airbnb business. It's doing so well here at the coastal region. We are on the north coast, right? It's Kwale County or yeah. So guys, he's going to be explaining to us more about what he does and all. I think you're going to learn something from this. I decided to bring you this because I've seen most of my people want to know more about real estate, home buildings, as the growth of certain places. And today I'm bringing it live from Diani, Ukunda. That is, we are in Ukunda. It's a place called Kinondo. Maybe learn something, or maybe you would want to invest in Diani or in the coastal region or in Nairobi. Then, even if you're abroad, you can still invest in Kenya or in Africa. So, stay tuned. So I'm introducing to you the new face on this channel, and he's gonna be telling us more about who he is, what he does, and all that. So hi, welcome.
Hey, how is everybody? My name is John Doublot. I am the founder of Diaspora Freedom Initiative, and we are an immigration firm that brings folks from the West to Kenya. Primarily the US, the UK, a little bit of the Caribbean, and we have some European clients as well.
That's nice. So John, let me ask you, what really motivated you to come and start investing in Africa?
It was a long time. Actually, it's interesting. I had read a history story about a guy named Pio Gama Pinto and Malcolm X, and they had some plans specifically during the civil rights era for Black Americans to come and get dual citizenship here in Kenya and to work with Kenyans and build the economy. Unfortunately, both of them were assassinated within days of each other. So, maybe somebody wanted to stop that from happening. Maybe it was coincidence, who knows? But that was the first thing that got me looking at Kenya versus some of the other countries that we did our due diligence in. And then when it was all said and done, Kenya was the best country for doing business versus the other countries that we did due diligence in, which we went to 34 African countries before we came to Kenya. And the only one that was similar to Kenya with its openness to do business was Sierra Leone, but it was very far behind in infrastructure. So the perfect mix of infrastructure and willingness to do business ended up being Kenya.
Okay, and mostly you're based at the coastal region of Kenya. Do you do other parts of Kenya, or is just the coastal side?
Yeah, we're actually based in the U.S. and then we give contracts to local businesses here in Kenya to fulfill all of our projects. I'm here permanently on the coast, so a lot of people do come here to the coast and meet with me and so on and so forth. But our company's in Pennsylvania, in the United States. People meet with us normally through Zoom or Google Meet, online. We explain everything that's going to happen. We have a law firm in Mombasa that handles all immigration. We only do legal immigration. We do not facilitate people living here on tourist visas indefinitely. All right. We only do legal immigration through permits, whether it's an investor permit or whether it is a residency permit.
And what would you say about maybe someone who wants to invest in Kenya or someone who wants to move to Kenya?
Sure.
How would you say, how is business?
Business is good. Business is good. And it depends on how you want to do it. You can invest passively with very little paperwork, right? So, for example, this wall that you see over here is an American investor. She has a 1/4 acre there, and she does not have a permit. She's not coming to Kenya. She's not going to do any of that.
Okay.
Now, we are getting her an investor's permit because she wants to manage the business herself.
Okay.
She doesn't want to buy shares in someone else's
Okay.
business. But if you wanted to buy shares in someone else's business, you could do that very, very easily without a permit at all. She's not going to spend virtually any time at all in Kenya.
Yeah.
She's going to have a management team manage these properties as Airbnbs.
Okay.
And again, we do everything legally. So we do change of user for the land so that it can be used for commercial purposes. We get all the taxes done. We work with KRA and make sure they have their PIN and just make sure all their paperwork is in order. And then she can run her business in peace and doesn't have to worry about anyone showing up. You don't have this permit, you don't have this license, you don't have whatever. You never want to get involved in that type of nonsense.
Okay, and we are on top of one of project that is ongoing right here, as you can see. So maybe you can explain more on what you do when it comes to house building.
So when it comes to our packages, some of our packages are inclusive of everything. So this package was inclusive of immigration. After their immigration was settled, we converted their driver's license from a U.S. driver's license to a Kenya driver's license. We went ahead and we got them a plot of land. If the land that they want is freehold, then we work with our legal team to convert it from freehold to leasehold so that they're able to acquire it. These particular folks wanted a trust fund, so they have their trust fund set up as well. They already have a vehicle, which is a Harrier. So they chose a Harrier, and then they sat down with our architect and they designed this space. So this space is a 3-bedroom, all en suite, 3.5 bath, and it has a theater on the roof. So this theater is still under construction, but there's going to be a drop-down projection that's going to be right here at the back.
Okay.
And this wall is going to have a special type of paint on it that's used for projectors. So this wall is going to be their theater wall. This space in here is going to be designed however they want it designed. And then there'll be mosquito nets around to make sure that the bugs stay out, and they'll be able to enjoy themselves here on the roof and enjoy their home theater for years to come. Now, they were thinking that they may eventually put another story on top of this one.
Okay.
So we've designed everything with the concrete rating to have another level, at which point in time, this would just be an enclosed in-home theater inside, and they'd have another level on top.
Yeah. Okay, so how would you say maybe someone who wants to maybe come to Kenya, how is the welcome in Kenya? How do you feel? Do you feel at home,
Absolutely.
Many people fear, they don't want to come to Africa. Actually, I have friends who have been, how safe is Africa? How safe is Kenya? So maybe you can tell them.
So Kenya, like I said, we went to 34 different countries originally. Some of them were really, really hard to kind of learn the culture, right? Nigeria was extraordinarily difficult, right? And so some of them are a lot easier. Sometimes there's a language barrier, right?
Yeah.
So if you're French, maybe Guinea-Bissau is okay, but if you're not French, then maybe there's a language barrier there as well. Kenya was one of the few places where there was no barrier at all. Right. There are local things that you would have to learn anywhere. So if you move from Philadelphia to Las Vegas, there's local things you're going to have to learn about Vegas versus Philly. That's uniform everywhere in the world. But as far as having a huge cultural barrier and like a learning curve, that exists in some countries and not in others. And in Kenya, it's really, really simple for at least African Americans have told me it's very simple. Our Canadian clients have told me it's very simple. Our UK clients have told me it's very simple. Even our Caribbean, there's a lot of Jamaican clients we have and stuff like that. They've told me it's incredibly simple to figure out the culture here because it's very similar to both American and UK culture. The law is very similar to UK law. And the culture is very similar to American culture. So really easy to kind of blend in here.
Okay, so another thing that I wanted, maybe a client would be like, okay, we can see some projects. Maybe you can show us around the house. At least they can be sure when I'm investing here, I have evidence. I saw a house that is upcoming. So
this will eventually be a door.
Okay.
Right. So this will be a door that leads out.
Okay.
Then this is the main staircase. This is all going to be glass.
Oh,
so
nice.
A giant glass window
okay.
Here. And then we're going down onto the ground floor.
And how far is the beach from here? How many kilometers?
Kilometers. I'm American, right? So I'm not that great with kilometers, but it's like a mile and a half.
Oh, okay. I need to convert that for you guys on the video.
Over here, we're going to, this is where the power panel is going to be.
Okay.
But we're also doing a solar backup. So if any power goes out or anything like that, these residents will not even know that the power went out. And then there's going to be a large solar battery so that the house can run for about 16 hours without any power. And then by the time that 16 hours is up, obviously in 16 hours we're on the equator, right? So there's an equal amount of night as there is day. So in 16 hours the sun is back charging the battery again. So that system is going to be hidden over here. And then your half bath where people can just wash their hands and all of that is over here.
Okay.
Right? So then behind you here is the master. So this would be your master bedroom. There's a veranda out here outside the master bedroom. Okay. This wall that looks really rough, that's just the way they look before we finish them. Oh. They end up looking like this when they're finished. So you don't get to stare at this ugly rough wall out your bedroom.
Construction is still ongoing, so don't mind. I'm sure they're gonna complete it soon. Okay.
Then this is kind of like a walk-in closet type of space.
Okay.
So you'll have closet space on both sides in here. And then this is already set. There'll be a tub over here. That's what this pole is for.
Okay.
Your toilet and your sinks and everything will be over here. Okay. And then there's a large window there that'll be frosted. Even though it's too large for anyone to peek in, it'll end up being frosted.
Okay.
Then there's this veranda out here that will finish this. And then you'll be able to have like, swinging chairs and all of that out here.
I love the windows, so the lighting will be too much. No need to keep your lights on.
That's it, yeah. Then this is set up for the side of the bed and the desk, because they told us they want to have a desk by this window.
Okay.
The main bed will be here, and then there's power for both nightstands, and then lamps for above the bed.
Yeah.
And all of these, this one is a fan. These other ones are little round lights, round LEDs. Okay. Then there are two more. So there's this one over here, just a smaller bedroom.
Okay.
Still en suite. All the bedrooms are en suite. Okay. So, but here there's no bathtub. Only the master has a bathtub. So there'll be a shower, the sinks, the toilet, the bidet, all of that, but no bathtub outside of the master.
So guys, this is for one of the clients, so it depends with how you want your house to be.
Right.
So for them, they chose this one, so maybe you can choose your own design too.
Absolutely. Yeah. All clients get to sit down with our architect and figure out their own design.
Okay.
These windows are one way. Okay. So if you bring the camera on the outside of the window and turn it around, it'll be a mirror. Yeah. But from the inside, you can see it. And then again, an in-suite. So this is the last in-suite bathroom. So every room has its own bathroom, and then there's a little bathroom for people to wash their hands for dinner and stuff like that. Now, you have your huge open concept. There's a living room here and essentially like a dining room here.
Okay.
You have your island here, and then your kitchen over here.
Okay. And I love how there are so many entrances.
Yeah.
When you can access the kitchen when you're outside, you don't have to walk all the way through the living room.
Yeah. This is a pantry.
Okay.
And there'll be a door here, and then this is actually the driveway.
Oh.
So if you drive home with groceries, you can come directly into the pantry.
Yeah. Okay.
And then over here is a laundry room. And then on the outside here is where you would hang your clothes and all of that.
Okay.
So the washing and all of that is over there against the wall. And then there's actually a main door there,
Okay.
but there'll be like a screen door here.
Okay.
But this is on the outside.
Okay.
And then right now we have storage for the construction team over here. So there's a metal, kind of storage shed over here.
Okay.
But once we're done with everything, all of this storage and the construction teams,
Yeah.
this will all be cleared out, and a pool will go in there.
Oh, there's a pool on the other side. Oh, nice. With this weather, you need a pool.
That's the truth of it.
Because this is Kinondo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place is so hot. So, yeah.
So it's interesting when you were talking about like people doing their own design.
Yeah.
We have another client that has a newborn baby.
Okay.
So for that client,
Yeah.
these are this high. So they're building the house baby proof. They don't have to baby proof it later. So all plugs, all cords in the house
they have
are
to be
gonna
raised.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you choose your own design on what kind of a house you want it to be built. So guys, I'm learning a lot. Maybe when I'm building my own house, at least I'll get some designs.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's the borehole over there.
Okay.
Right in that corner. And then we're going to build a water tower there in the corner as well.
Okay. I like that. You really, what is it called? You're curbing like the expenses
Yes.
of paying for water bills every month.
Absolutely.
And also introducing the solar panels
Yes.
in such a way that you will not still need electricity all the
right.
time. Electricity can be like a backup.
Yes.
And solar
Yes.
can be the main. Okay.
And Kenya has net metering. And so net metering is if you have the solar in place
Yeah.
and you attach your Kenya Power,
Yeah.
Kenya Power will give you credits or pay you
Okay.
for the excess power. So after you fill your battery,
Yeah.
you can send that power back across the lines to Kenya Power through the net metering.
Oh,
And then
nice.
you'll get that credit from them.
Okay.
Eliminates an electric bill for you.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so guys, I think that's it for today. We have had another side. You've seen a project that is ongoing of a certain lady too who wants to invest maybe in rentals or Airbnb. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I think for me, I'm going to end my video at this point because we continue with more of John's project. We see how they are ongoing, and so you have to stay tuned for the next project that is upcoming. I'll put his social media accounts, or maybe you would have said them, so that I'm going to pin them, how someone can reach you.
We're at Diaspora Freedom in Facebook and TikTok.
Okay.
And Instagram. Yeah, that's where we operate the least is Instagram.
Okay.
So you'll find us more active on Facebook and TikTok than anywhere else.
Okay.
We will become more active on LinkedIn and probably YouTube, but Instagram is just our weakest place.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to pin those social media accounts on the video. At least you can search them in case you want to have some questions or send your messages to ask more about ongoing projects and how you can do. So guys, stay tuned. Until next time, goodbye.
See you guys later.